The business world can be tough to navigate. As the MD of a proudly South African emergency services medical provider, my guest, Simphiwe Mamvura, knows all about the hurdles young women face in trying to carve out their space in the business world. Simphiwe, you are passionate about mentorship. What are some of the challenges that women specifically face with regard to mentorship in corporate?
I started my leadership journey, let me say, at a very young age. When I joined Maponya 911, that's the company that I've been with for the past 10 years, I started off as HR and accounts manager. And I think through all the hard work and my persistence, managed within 2 years to get to general manager level. And at the time, I was 25 years old. So I had never been in a leadership position before. I had never been in an organization where I all of a sudden had to manage over 100 people, you know, and in the beginning it was a bit overwhelming. I did ask myself, am I qualified to actually take up this position? Can I do it? And I had no one that had mentored me in that journey. So that's why it's something that I'm so passionate about, because I've been through it, I've experienced it, and I know the challenges that you go through as a young woman in leadership position in your career. We need to actually be deliberate and intentional about sharing our stories and our experiences with the younger women. That's the one way that we can mentor them and empower them. Most of the time, I've actually been mentored by men.
Yes. Yeah.
They are the ones that have said, wow, you're doing a great job. Do you need assistance here? You know, but I do think at the end of the day, it's up to us as women to really go out there and start mentoring those up-and-coming leaders in their different spaces.
What you're talking about is really a lack of access for young women to be able to find older, more experienced women who can guide them through.
Yes.
What do you think that is about?
A lot of it has got to do with what they call the queen bee syndrome. You know, that I know I've struggled so much to get to the top. We want to hold on to that space so tightly, you know, and we see another Refilwe as a threat. Instead of saying, I want to collaborate with you, I want to work with you, what do you need, you know? And it's got a lot to do with the way we were socialized, firstly.
To compete with each other.
To compete with each other.
Yeah.
And men do it very well. It's something that we still need to learn.
Well, this is the thing. I mean, the boys' club, they're able to share these opportunities because all the opportunities sit with them.
We started this thing called the African Women's Movement. The main aim and our mandate was to create a central database of economic opportunities for women to share with each other. So it was that, and to push different women to positions of power, positions of influence and decision making, because that's where we can make an impact, you know. If Maponya 911, I'm looking for someone to do branding, go into the group, look for a woman that's in that space.
Find a woman service provider.
Find a woman service provider.
Yeah.
You know, and it's through those things, being deliberate about it. And we have to just keep going. We have to just keep trying. And because if it's not the women that are doing it, then
no one is going to do it for us.
Going to do it for us.
So if we could wake up one day in the equal, egalitarian South Africa of our dreams, where the business landscape has now transformed and it is receptive towards women and their talents, what would that look like for you? What are some of the changes that would need to happen for that kind of space to exist?
Women need to be given the same opportunities that are afforded to men.
Hey, true that.
You know? And these government policies, they've got all these. I mean, I know they tried it within the built environment to say 30% of the budget must go to women. But we don't have access to those policies. So raise the awareness.
So that we know where the opportunities
so that
are.
we know where the opportunities are, because there's still a huge problem when it comes to access to whether it's the funding, whether it's the business opportunities, you know. So,
well, you are leading by example. And because you're doing that, everybody who's following you is also being taught how to lead in their own life. And that's what leadership is. Like, leaders build more leaders. So that's what you're doing. That's your impact. And we're grateful for it. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.